I know you are personally really passionate about bail reform.
Yes.
Not a hilarious subject.
It's not
obviously.
hilarious, but it's important and it affects a lot of people.
You have an organization. You put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, so we have an organization called Free America, which is about changing the conversation around criminal justice and ending mass incarceration.
So let's talk about cash bail. What is it and why is it so messed up?
Cash bail is the idea that before you go to trial, when you're still considered innocent by the criminal justice system, you're held in jail unless you can pay a certain amount. And so if you're poor, and that amount is, a few $1,000s, that's a lot of money. And you're probably not gonna get out of jail. Even though you're considered innocent by the system, you're gonna be stuck there in jail until your trial.
I was held in jail for 5 days on a $5,000 bond for failure to ID. The police asked for my license and registration. Being that we were just going right down the street, I didn't have all that on me. At the time that I was arrested, I was 6 weeks pregnant with my daughter. They treat everybody like just a cold, hard criminal.
So if you're stuck in jail with a $5,000 bail, what kind of toll does that take on a family?
So consider the idea that this person has a job. As soon as they're put in jail and held there, that means they're probably gonna lose that job because they couldn't afford to get out of jail. As much as we don't like who's in the White House right now, and as much as we're worried about Confederate enthusiasts being...
Enthusiasts, that's cute, that's cute.
being the Attorney General, we don't depend on them to set all the policies. We're seeing people organize around ending money bail on the state and local level all around the country.
My name is Tarsha Jackson, and I work for Texas Organizing Project. I'm the Criminal Justice Director. I also organize communities, and then we also do electoral organizing. I was arrested for a traffic ticket and handcuffed in front of my kids' daycare center. I didn't consider myself a danger to society. I didn't just murder somebody. I didn't just rob somebody. It was a traffic ticket. It changed my life, and I dedicated my life to advocating for system change. The 8th Amendment clearly states that you cannot hold a person in jail on a high bail amount, and that's something that Harris County has been doing. Between 2009 and 2015, 55 people died in jail because they could not afford the bail. No one should die in jail because they're too poor to pay a bail.
Racism is a big part of it too, because...
What?
Yes.
I've never heard of this.
I know, and ever since slavery, folks have been trying to find ways to contain black folks.
Correct.
What we need to do is fight it.
We had hours of video footage of these bail hearings, and of course when I got my hands on this footage, I knew it was important to share it.
You have a misdemeanor charge of possessing less than 2 ounces of marijuana. The bond is $1,000. Are you requesting a court-appointed lawyer?
I guess, sure.
Give me a yes or a no.
Yeah.
I asked a question that calls for a yes or a no. I don't expect anything but a yes or a no. Not a maybe so, or a yeah, or anything else.
Yeah.
Or something. I heard what you said. Your bond just went up to $2,000.
And how long can people sit pre-trial in jail? Endlessly, right?
They can sit there for years. It's extremely unsafe. And the 14th Amendment said we should have equal protection under the law. And right now, that's not the case because poor people get a different justice system than rich people get.
The Harris County Jail makes the decision about who is caged and who is freed purely based on how much access they have to money. And we think that's an equal protection violation under the United States Constitution. Louisa Magruder was arrested for a minor misdemeanor offense in Harris County, and she decided she wanted to fight this case.
I decided to do this because I felt like a lot of women in there were very hopeless. Maybe the law will be changed because of this instead of just throwing women straight in jail.
Our case at its heart is predicated on the notion that no human being should be kept in a cage because she can't make a monetary payment.
This is the first time that we have actually challenged the bail system. We let them know we are now educated, and you're gonna stop tearing our communities apart.
For me, I'm like, well, every black person has a cousin, an uncle, somebody who's been in jail.
Yes.
It's like, why is this so personal for you? It's like, well, as black people, we know why it's personal.
We know why it's personal because we all have family members that have gone through this. From immediate family members to cousins to folks that grew up in my neighborhood. I have dealt with this in every way, and it doesn't have to be this way.
In April, the federal judge issued an extraordinary preliminary injunction Basically, a federal judge found that this is such an urgent problem that I'm going to order it to stop.
A federal judge has just put out a ruling that says the county's bail system is unfair to the poor.
With this 193-page ruling by a federal judge, thousands of people will now get out of jail sooner, and hundreds won't have to sit in jail waiting for trial.
However, instead of coming into court and saying, we recognize that we've been causing enormous harm to people and their families, Harris County decided to appeal. They've spent millions of dollars on corporate lawyers to defend the indefensible. Right now, we're waiting for the Fifth Circuit to decide the case. Regardless, the next step is likely to be the U.S. Supreme Court. If the case goes to the U.S. Supreme Court, the ruling could have a huge effect on the future of the American money bail system.
Do you think the Supreme Court getting involved with cash bail would make a difference? Because it's never been ruled at that level.
Well, the Supreme Court, when they make a decision, it's the law of the land. If they really are on the side of justice and fairness, we would end money bail, and it would be a huge breakthrough.
Regardless of what side you're on, right, left, what's happening here is morally wrong. And it's up to us as citizens, as people, to stand up for what's right.